this chat button, which I can't reach. We are live right now. Hold on. Okay. We're good to go.
We're good to blow. The bottom of the screen though, you can't see it.
Sorry, you guys. Is that better?
It's getting there. Wait, hold on.
Can you guys see this right?
There we go.
Is that better, you guys?
Woohoo, it's 3:30. We're live. Episode 6. We got 6 of these so far. So, I think I'm gonna go punk rock today. Anyway, while I'm punking myself up, I'm RT Bear. I have over 30 years of comic book experience as an artist, writer, inker, you name it. Well, it's kind of more dready. They're kind of sad. These are sad punker. They're kind of bent. So I'm all punked out and ready to go. It's my studded choker. This is so if you grab me, you can't choke me out because your hands will get all messed up. I never really knew what it was for, but I assume that's what it's for. Okay, so yeah, like I said, RT Bear, and we're gonna do some portfolio reviews. So let's get on it. Thanks again to everybody that's been sending messages and showing support. I really appreciate it. It keeps me going. So have a name. We have Bounty Hunter Kip. So I don't know if that's the title of this story or if that's his handle or what. So if you're Bounty Hunter Kip, this is your work. Thank you for sending it. Looks like maybe there's a little Boba Fett Star Wars action going on. Okay, so here's the first tier, second tier, third, and fourth. And once again, if you guys have any questions, just feel free to ask and I'll get to them as we progress. So I would say overall what I see is similarity in size. So I think panel 1, panel 2 are supposed to be match shots. So I think it's kind of like it's happening so quick that the camera doesn't move. So that's not a bad idea. But like panel 1, Scott, oh, Facebook.
Matt says, that's my stuff. Sorry I sent it to you without my name.
Oh, hey, Matt. Welcome. Yeah, it's good stuff, brother. So, yeah, overall, I'd say like just sizes of things. If we made them different sizes, like the first 2 panels, like I said, they're kind of a match. If we went closer on this third panel, like a close-up, I think it would be better. It'd probably be more intense as well. And then possibly pull this fourth panel back. Also, they're firing and you don't know exactly who they're firing at. So maybe an establishing shot of the 2, like him and these 2 in a shot. Because I don't know where this guy is. I assume he's our hero in the third panel here. So I think an establishing shot of where our hero is with these guys here. And so I think that would help the storytelling because we have these guys, then this guy gets shot, and then you see him, and that's cool because that's like the mystery, like what happened. And I assume that the page before it sets up the situation. So we have that, but I think for the sake of this page, we need to reestablish. So this fourth panel, I would reestablish where they're all at together. Our hero with these guys. And to be brutally honest, I don't know what is going on here. I thought he was the guy, he's our hero, that was in the third panel. Mojo Mechanics. Scott Rosenberg's trying to get a hold of me. I'll talk to you later, Scott. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's popping up. Yeah, so this panel is a good shot. It's a cool shot. It's interesting. It's revealing that he's got some mechanical aspects to his arm. I'm not sure where this is coming from, this right here, and I'm not really sure what it is. So like I said, this last panel is really confusing, but this is a good dynamic shot, and I assume that our hero is firing back based on the fact that it looks like this guy got shot right here. So I think it's kind of confusing. Like, is it a big shootout scene, or is it this guy just firing off one round and then preparing for his next, fight opportunity? So I'm not really sure what's going on in the storytelling. It's very clean, so you know what's going on in the panel, but I think from panel to panel, this last one kind of throws me for a loop. And like I said, the sizes are all similar. One of the things I would do is, this isn't bad, this word balloon breaking the panel, but I think this is a gun sound. And then that's it hitting him, and then here's the gun sound, the bam. So what I would do is I think I would make the bam like bigger. And then maybe I would put this foot like really close, like I would put it in here. So it's like on top of the bam, because the bam is also coming from like off panel. So I'm not sure if the bam actually should be, now I'm thinking about it, should be in this panel at all, because it would be happening off panel. So maybe just the foot, and maybe closer to the impact on his head. So possibly, oops, get rid of this. And just the foot. Another thing that's a little confusing is these guns. So this looks like a pistol, but then this looks like a rifle. So this looks really short. So if it was still the rifle, it would be continuing through there. So it's a little continuity problem. The one thing about comics is it's all about continuity and drawing things similarly each and every time, so the characters look alike and that little continuity things don't get missed. Like if the gun's going to be in the right hand, make sure it stays in the right hand no matter what angle or what panel. or what story thing changes. The inking is really solid. You can really tell what's going on. I think there's some structural stuff, just simple things like his head, and we got this weird tangent right here. So I think what I would have done is possibly bring to where he fits into the panel. Completely. I think that would be a little better. I know I changed the shape of his head, but just to give you an idea, either that, or if you wanted this guy really to not be a focus, then really break the panel on his head, like move him over in this direction to where he really breaks the panel. So that's pretty much it for that panel. Like I said, make the second one a little bigger. Usually what you want to do on a hero is build the chest out. So unless he's kind of chubby, don't go in this direction, especially on a hero. Kind of build it out to where the chest is a little bit more out. That's good. I have a little problem with this placement. I think for the shot, it probably should be more over here, and not necessarily breaking the panel. It could break the panel, but I think it looks a little better inside the panel. I think it should be, like, the thing about dialogue and sound effects is you got to think about the order that they go in. So if they start opening fire here, you're seeing it, and then your eye goes from left to right, and then they say open fire over here, it's kind of, well, they've already opened fired. So what it usually needs to be said before they open fire. So somebody should be yelling, open fire, and then you see them pop, 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 pop here. And you know what? Maybe a way to bring these two together is if this guy is the same guy as this guy, which I think it is. Maybe if like bullets were hitting things or like flying past him, like hitting it like prang or something like that, or there's clearly something in front of him, because I don't know what all this black is, because I can't really tell where he's at. So if there were gunshots like ricocheting and flying past him in this direction, then I think you would definitely know that their gunshots are going somewhere, just to complete the action of the shots. But it's really good. It's not bad. Okay, so this, if these are in order, then I guess behind him is this. So actually, I think what I would have done is I would have used this shot right here, this whole panel, and put it here. And then have him, I don't know what he pulls out of his arm though. It's still unclear. I'm trying here. Was it Matt? Was it Matt? Was that who this is, Taylor?
I believe so.
Yeah. So I think what I would do is I would have put this panel in the page before it, and then probably use this panel, since it seems like he's doing something that's going to change the story direction, like he's pulling out a secret weapon, or, well, I mean, you know what? I'm not sure if that is this gun. You know what? I don't know, but this is definitely a
Matt
problem.
says, "Hey, sorry, he's got a pistol."
Okay, so Matt, answer me. Is the last panel on this page, is that the pistol then? Because now that I look at it, I'm thinking it is the pistol. But for some reason,
He's diving behind the wall. Sorry, so unclear.
oh, okay, so that's the pistol. So his robotic arm doesn't have anything to do with.
Yeah, that's a pistol.
Oh, awesome. Okay, I would still do it. Either make this panel clearer that he's leaping.
Oh, I see. That's the wall right there.
Yeah, this is the wall. So this is the wall right here. Yeah, I think it's a cool idea. So they're open firing. I'd still do a 2-shot here. So you remind the reader that he's in the open. So then when they open fire, then have this guy dive behind. But I don't really have time. I would show you right now kind of a better way to do it. I think I would pull it back, and I would do it where you can see part of the room and see where that the thing he's diving behind, where it is in relationship to these guys opening fire. So you could either establish it in the second to the last panel or the last panel. But I think if you did that, then everything would fall into place. Sometimes it's just one panel. It's just, just connecting the dots with one panel. But this is a great shot. I like this shot a lot. One thing to try to remember is try not to line things up on the same as the border. So we kind of have whatever he's behind here, and it lines up almost perfectly with the border. There's exceptions, but most of the time it doesn't work. So one of the things as artists we can do with perspective, you know what? I'll do this a different way. We can kind of put things in perspective, and then which is something weird. I don't know what that is, but anyways, I tried to erase that. So if we put the table in perspective and then kind of do this, see how it starts looking more dynamic. And also, in a way, he looks a little bit more vulnerable, like his head's like slightly above it, and his gun, so the gun looks more dynamic too. So, and then I would keep with your idea, because I think it's a cool idea, where like it's getting hit here. So one of the shots are hitting here. So then you have like spring, there, little pieces flying. And I think also, this would change perspective a little bit. Maybe it would be slightly going in this direction, and maybe you'd be looking down at it, like if the eye level was, I don't know, right, wait a minute, that didn't work. If the eye level was down here, so if the eye level was right here, then you have this perspective line going this way, and then you have the other line going in this direction. So then you have some dynamics going on here, and then all your background lines would follow the same perspective. So we have that, I think, would make this look more dynamic. And also, with this thing coming forward, you can put an edge on it right here. And by putting an edge to it, then this is really coming forward. So, but it's a good layout. I'm a sucker for these kind of shots. It's really cool. And then he's retaliating. Good shot. Once again, you got 3 shots where these guys are all shot at a similar, like this. Let me change my color here. We have this, this, and this all at the same size. So I think if we were to, sorry, it's really hot in California right now. I had to hydrate. I think if we were to shift this, I guess just figure out which one you like better and make it bigger. But I like this size. I like the way this fits in. The only thing I would do with the second panel is I would flop it. I would have him shooting in this direction. Because what's happening is he's shooting in this direction, which makes your eye go in that direction. So the one thing you never want to do is have the reader's eye go off the panel unless it's for a reason. Sometimes you can do that, like say at the last panel here, have the movement going this way or up if there's another page over here. So what that's doing is if you have the movement going in this direction, you're saying to the reader, there's more. Especially like I said, if it starts going up, it goes over and up, then you're bringing the eye up to the top of the next page. So that's just kind of a trick that you can do. But usually in like a second panel or in the meat of the page, it's not a good idea to have them going in a different direction. Also, by changing the perspective that's going on here, you have this movement going this way, and then with the perspective kind of going down, you have this movement starting to go this way. So it's bringing your eye down in this direction. Like I said, I would change the size. Actually, I think just to be really gratuitous, I'd make this panel right here bigger and crop this guy in so you could kind of see the gut shot, like where his head is like right in here and his arm. So it's more like this. So then the gut shot is like right in here. So I think then just by doing that, you can see the dynamics at work. So the first panel, the second panel, and then this one gets bigger. And then this one, you have a close-up here, which is cool. So I'm not sure. Frag this drifter. Because I'm thinking of a close-up, but we have a close-up. The next panel is kind of a close-up, and then this panel is a close-up. So I'm not sure what to do. If I would go smaller or bigger. For some reason, I want to say smaller, but maybe just slightly bigger than it is now. So it's not the same as the second panel. This is a great panel. This right here, I really like this panel. You outdid yourself. Give yourself a round of applause. Yay. Dink. So, that's really good. So it's hitting his leg, bouncing off his leg, and hitting here. I think the only complaint I would have or critique is make the bomb up higher. It's kind of like right on this crop area, like right on the border here, which kind of hurts the storytelling a little bit. And also you have an impact on his leg. I would probably accent this with an impact as well, hitting the ground. So that's that panel. But I really like the layout. It's really cool. Because he's looking down, you know, so you're bringing the eye down. And you have this cross pattern going here with the gun, which helps bring the eye over into the next panel. And also the bomb is kind of flying in a left to right direction, which starts bringing your eye over to the right. So crap, bleep, good, crap, crap, crap. Once again, balloon placement, I'd put crap, crap, crap over here, not here. So I'm not really sure what this guy here is, and I'm not sure what this line represents, and I'm not sure if this is the barricade line. It's not real clear. So I think I would have this guy firing in a down position in this way. Choo, 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 choo. And then possibly put this guy over here, because I think this direction would bring the eye over here instead of off the panel, which is a no-no. So I would just basically flop this, and I would, if this is that barricade that he's hiding behind, I think I would still make it more dominant. And you know what might be cool too is if it is breaking away on itself, maybe have it, like if you want to expose more of him, like it's almost gone, you know, like that barrier's just been eaten away. Do we have a question?
No, my phone's just on low power.
Oh, okay. So then this is him blowing up. And yeah, stay tuned, everybody, because we're going to do a raffle after this. And if anybody wants to ask me a question or whatever, feel free. So Matt, we have a similar thing here. I think you like those match shots, which are the same size. But what's happened here is these two are becoming repetitious rhythmically. These two panels, like the panels that you've done before. So it makes it look like kind of like you're a one-trick pony, and you never want that. You want to keep changing the shots and everything. This is this panel right here, very cool. You know what? I need to start doing something, maybe something like this. Like this means, yay, it's a good panel. Yeah, this is a really good panel. It's like this neat crossfire stuff that's going on here. I like it. Yeah, I saw this when I was looking at this when you sent it. These three panels, it's a cool idea, but when they do this in film and stuff, what they usually do is they establish this hall prior to this scene. So usually, like, let's just say, like, your bounty hunter guys walking, you know, down this hall, and there's like a guard that's walking with them, and they're going to bring him into this door here. So this would be set up. This wouldn't be on this page. This would be before the fight scene started, right? So then the guard would say something, you know, in in you go, or something like that. He's going to put him in this room. So then the guard, what happens is then the guard, um, he'll stand guard here. So your last shot, you kind of have the guard by the door. So then you have a character that's here, and then all of a sudden, this isn't as much of a throwaway as it is a setup. So it's a setup for how the bounty hunter guy got into the room, and now it's a setup for when this comes flying out in this direction. So then this guy over here, is like, oh crap. Remember, kind of like, in Terminator 2, where there's the shrink and then they come rushing in, and then the shrink gets to see whatever was going on. So if something like that happens, or they come rushing through, and then he takes that guard out at the same time he takes this guy out, so he comes flying through and takes that guy out at the same time. And I think that works better. And the gun, should be seen. So I would, these are great. These are good, like 1, 2, 3 shots where they're all shot at the same thing. But then, like I said, you have these 2 across the top here. It just becomes rhythmically similar in beats. So I like these 3 beats here. So I would change the first 3, or the first 2 panels on the first tier. So I believe it's Matt. Really, really good, Matt. Thanks for letting me know who you are, and thanks for sending your work. It was amazing. So I hope you got something out of it. Like I said, I think I said it every one of these shows so far, that there was a lot of people early on that helped me. So I feel like I should pay it forward. So I hope this is helping out. This is always just for fun, and it's just my point of view, so don't get overly hung up on it.
He thanked you.
Oh,
and said he got so much out of it.
Oh, thank you, Matt. You're awesome. You are awesome. Yeah, thank you so much. And tell your friends, and let's spread the word, because I'd like to kind of build a community here. And as long as you guys are getting something out of it, I'll keep going. But we got to get people. We got to get people in here, so we can keep going. And I'm trying to get through these as quickly as possible, because I think we have about 100 left. So before I take any more submissions, because a lot of you have asked how you can submit and things like that, I kind of want to get through some of those other ones, the ones we have, first and foremost, just because I want it to be fair, that everybody gets a critique and gets on the channel and everything like that. So it's probably not a great idea. It's probably good to have you guys all sending stuff constantly, but at least that's how we're going to play it at this point. So I may do it 2 times a day. I threw it out there, but I'm going to need a lot more response from you guys. So if you guys want me to do these twice a day, so we get 2 different people in, then let me know. And also, I have some other videos that I've shot. I just got it posted of me drawing and stuff. So it's not always going to be reviewing people, which leads me into the next. So if there's any newsletter people out there, we're going to do the raffle. So also YouTube, if you guys haven't signed up for the newsletter, I have a website, artbytbear.com, and there's a newsletter, and I'm getting information out that way. At the same time, I'm doing the YouTube, but I have a lot more people following and that are signed up for the newsletter right now. So a lot of the information of upcoming events and things I'm going to be doing go up there first. So if you guys haven't signed up for that newsletter, please do. Also, there's a black and white Facebook site that I have, and I'm preparing to basically we're gonna bring it back out. So it's my 90s 3 issues that I put out through Image in '94, and my writing partner Taylor. Say hi, Taylor.
Hey.
Yeah, she helps me out on all this stuff, and she's co-writing it with me. and we're going to bring that bad boy back out. So also let me know if you want to see that more. We can post some videos of black and white and how that's developing as well. But if you want to get a taste of the remastered and what we're doing, you can go to my Facebook or the black and white Facebook, and you can see what we've posted so far. So there's some before afters and what the reimagine and remastering is going to look like. So let's get on with the raffle. So if you haven't heard, on the newsletter, we're doing raffles. We're going to do them every month. So we're wrapping up the end of the first raffle month. And this $800 piece of artwork, actually, it's this one, is going to be raffled off right now. So what we're doing is we're selling raffle tickets on, on the site, on the Art by T-Bear site. Only to newsletter subscribers, so they're the only ones eligible for these raffles. So like I said, if you want to be eligible, sign up for that newsletter. And so we're going to do a live raffle of this piece. We're also going to raffle off 2 runners-up, which will get the color version in print form, and that's 11 by 17 as well. And this is 11 by 17 on artboard, pen and ink, drawn and inked by myself. Oops, let's go back to this. So I think I'm gonna try to see if I can move this camera around so you can see me. This is very, very low tech. So how does that look, Taylor?
It's a little too zoomed in.
Okay. So you want me to move back? Is that good?
Further.
Further. We got a wall here.
Alright, there you go.
Okay. So we got the DC hat. The names are in the hat. Just to give you guys. So we got. Is that Chris?
Chris Stanley.
We got Anthony. So I'm just letting you guys know that there are actual names in here. Not just a bunch of pieces of paper.
And
what
Sean
is it? Sean
Swain.
Sean Swain. Okay. So you guys get the picture that they're all real names in here. So here it is. Let's mix them up. So let's do the runners up first. So the first runner-up is John Messinger. Let me do it this way. John Messinger. You see that? Okay. Yay! So John,
I think our chat is frozen.
Uh-oh.